Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. I was too busy drinking my delicious coffee out of this beautiful TLA mug that I designed in 2018. Hello, my name is Dan Santat, and I am the illustrator talking about this book written by Mr. Rhett Miller called No More Poems. He's so dreamy and his hair smells like cinnamon. Question 1. How did you decide what to draw for each poem? Well, the book consists of 23 poems, and I read each one over very thoroughly and carefully and extracted only the silliest of details and emphasized those points. For example, in My Secret Karate, the poem makes reference to a boy trying to flush a disgusting toilet with his little toe. I think we can all make reference to this, maybe at a bathroom, at a disgusting rest stop, or maybe a park somewhere. One of the funniest little details that I added is that usually when you go to these disgusting rest stops, you often have graffiti scratched into the walls of the restroom stall. So I made a couple references to the old 97s. I have a little pig in the corner saying PU. And one little tidbit here was in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see something that says 7-1 deadline. And that was actually taken off of a note that I was sent from the art director about when I actually had to turn in the artwork, which was July 1st. Question 2. Which poem is your favorite and why? Hares, obviously. I'll take whatever I can get. In some Asian cultures, if you have a hair growing out of a mole, it's considered good luck, so you never trim it. In the case of this poem, I like to think that this man was just very, very lucky. Question 3. Which illustration is your favorite and why? My favorite illustrations come from the poem I'm Not Hungry Anymore. One of my particular favorite little details is the teal painted fingernail from the waitress, the string of pearls around her wrist, the salt and pepper shakers from the captain and his first mate. Little details like the receipt for the check for the meal was something that I found oddly pleasant. Just the idea that when you go to seafood restaurants, they like to cover the entire restaurant with decor that you might find at some filthy dock. Also, I'm a huge fan of fish, and the opportunity to draw this delicious bass was something that sounded very appealing to me. Neptune's Bounty is also a reference to this great meal called Neptune's Feast from Red Lobster, which was a fine dining establishment that my parents liked to take me to in the early 90s. Question 4. What medium do you use, and what is your method for creating your illustrations? I would begin by starting a drawing with pencil to paper. Afterwards, I would scan those images into a computer, lay in colors digitally, and then create textures in pencil, watercolor, and ink, and then use those handmade textures to give the art a handmade finish. Question 5. What advice would you give our young authors and illustrators as they learn to improve their skills? I actually believe that both of these skills are things that could be strengthened through lots and lots of practice, like riding a bicycle. When you were a kid, you were born and you didn't know how to ride a bike until you got onto a bicycle and learned how to balance and pedal, and then eventually you knew how to ride a bike. I feel like the same goes for writing and illustrating. I think it's very important that when you write, you actually write with a pen and paper. This is a notebook that I write in every day. I try to make sure that I write something every day. As you can see here, I write all my notes and I'll write stories in here before I even type anything into a computer. And this is a little tiny sketchbook that I have that I try to take the time to sketch in every day. It doesn't have to be anything finished. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. The main important part is that you're trying to get your ideas out and you're experimenting. Here's a Ninja Turtle. This is Groot. Here's a picture of my kitty cat. These are some old college roommates. Thanks again, Texas Bluebonnet Committee and all the teachers, librarians, and students of the entire state of Texas. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, from the sunny state of California, all the way in Los Angeles.